Hello everybody and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Mallory, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being. So today I am going to be doing another sketchbook spread, and I'm going to be using my Artica sketchbook. I've mentioned previously that I am very close to finishing this sketchbook, so I really want to get that done at some point, maybe this year. So I'm going to be using this part here. Now, obviously, it's got images on the other sides. So I'm going to start by painting the whole spread black. Oh yeah. Have you ever played the Mario Sunshine game? This reminded me of that. So yeah, fun fact about me is I love the Switch. Playing Mario games are my favorite. I really enjoy Mario Kart, and my husband and I are like pretty dang good at Mario Kart, so lots of people don't like playing with us. Our friends stop playing with us, so that's fine. But anyways, yeah, since we had kids, it's kind of harder. They are coming out with the Switch 2, which I'm sure lots of people know about, and I really wish I could get it, but I just can't because the commitment, and I would just drown myself, and then I'd be frustrated when I can't play, and yeah, it would just be a whole thing. Anyways, but yeah, no, Mario Sunshine was definitely one of my favorite games from the GameCube. Can't believe it didn't get super popular. Oh, if you love any video games at all, let me know in the comments below because I would love to hear. I love talking about video games, even though I don't get to play as much. I'm secretly a nerd. So I guess I should tell you what I'm doing in the actual footage here. I wanted to do something beginner friendly for one, and then number two, I also wanted to just use a black background with white paint over top. So just something that's very easy for beginners to kind of follow along with if you wanted to. And yeah, basically doing a moon that's way too big and reflecting on the water. I tried to do some stars and that did not work out. And then my husband's like, oh, it kind of looks like shooting stars. I'm like, yeah, totally. And then I was like, hang on, these go the wrong way. So I covered it up with black, tried something different, and then I went too ham on the stars here. I try to do random things thinking it looks random, but then it just ends up looking like really, really bad. So that's kind of what happened there, but it's fine. And then I realized that the water reflection that I had was just a little too much. So I went in with a black Posca and black paint again and kind of like narrowed it down a little bit more. So this was a lot of fun to do and it's pretty easy to do. So you can definitely follow along. And I'm just using acrylic paints so it dries really fast. And then on the other side, I decided to go with something also really easy, beginner friendly. And so right now I'm doing some leaves that are just popping off the grass. I kind of wanted the pages to go hand in hand in some sense. So I just decided to do these. I don't even know what these are called. What are these called? If anyone knows what they're called, let me know because I'm really blanking. And yeah, again, super easy. You just keep dabbing with your paint. And I used a flat brush for this. I'm not even using really good brushes. I think these are like dollar store brushes. So this is the excuse that I can let them sit in paint water for weeks. And if they fail to be cleaned, then it's okay. It was for $1. So is anyone else like this? I have good paintbrushes, but I'm terrified to use them. Same with when I have good quality products like paints or pencil crayons or whatever. If they're really good and expensive, I'm like, I don't want to use them yet. Like I'm scared to waste them. Or if I have paint, I'm very, very frugal when it comes to spitting it out on the palette because I'm like, I can't waste any paint. I just can't. So anyways, if you're like that too, let me know because I don't know. It's just easier to waste things that are way cheaper, you know what I'm saying? And I hate to say the word waste because like I don't do that very often. So nobody come at me for using the word waste, okay? I don't just throw out a bunch of things all the time. Anyways, also that being said, when it's in my sketchbook, I just don't want to use really, really good quality stuff because it's not going to be like plastered on my wall or anybody else's wall. So you know what I'm saying? Like anyways. So with these floofy things, I realized that they were a little too floofy. And so I went again back in with a black Posca pen, and then I just dabbed my brush into it and gave them a little bit more dimension and depth to them. I also used Pinterest for some reference photos on these. I didn't just make these up out of my head. So yeah, Pinterest is a great place sometimes to find good reference photos, or I will go to like royalty-free websites like Pexels or Unsplash. Those are also really good resources. So yeah, I was definitely inspired by those. I feel like with Pinterest, there's this huge thing going on about with the AI and whatnot. So I try not to use Pinterest as often, which I really don't use it that often. But the odd time that I do, you know, it's just for inspiration, and the AI thing doesn't really bother me when it comes to something like that because I'm not using it for like copying exactly. So anyways, that all being said, that's a whole other topic for artists who have issues with AI. And yeah, I really feel for people like that. So anyways, and by people like that, I mean digital artists. They are really struggling with that. So this was a really fun, happy accident. I feel like Bob Ross at this moment because this big splooch that came in there was like the perfect size for a moon in the background. And I was really stoked about it. So here I am just trying to touch it up because it was pretty watery, obviously. And I didn't want it to be a full moon. So I'm just trying to fix it a little bit, move the water around, realizing that I need a little bit more paint. And then I did the splotches as a different form of doing the stars because the last page did not work out to the favor that I wanted. So this worked out a lot better. It gave it way more dimension. And then of course I got super Bob Ross lucky and got a cool moon out of it. I may have overworked the moon a little bit and took away the actual circle shape. So that was a bit of a bummer, but overall I am really happy with the outcome. So here are the two pages. This is the full spread in black and white acrylic paint. Let me know what you guys think. I had a lot of fun doing this. It was super easy to do, super relaxing, no pressure, just something super fun. So this was a nice change from some of the other stuff that I've been doing. And a lot of you don't know some of the other stuff that I'm doing, but it's very behind the scenes. And anyways, that's a whole other thing. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.